Paul finally made it to Rome. How long was he there?
Paul was in Rome for 2 years.
Was he in a horrible prison like he had been in before in other places?
No, he was allowed to live in a house with a guard. But people could come and see him. You can guess that he preached a lot from that house. Paul was always telling people about Jesus.
He wrote a lot of letters to the different churches. These letters are now in the New Testament. Some of these letters were written while he was in Rome, weren't they?
That's right. He wanted to keep in contact with the churches he started, and some he didn't. Believers came to see him and reported how things were going with the churches. Paul wrote the letters to encourage the believers there or to give instructions to them. He constantly reminded the believers to watch out for people who might try to teach ideas that were not what Paul taught.
The letter to the Galatians was one he wrote reprimanding the believers there, wasn't it?
Yes, he had heard that they were listening to someone who was twisting the truth about Jesus, and Paul wanted to correct that. Paul told the Galatians that his teachings came directly from Jesus and not men. He told them he was chosen by God, and even before he was born, to talk about Jesus to the Gentiles.
That's pretty bold.
When it's the truth, you believe it and know that you are doing what you are meant to do. Paul was determined to carry out his missions for Jesus once he knew what that mission was.
So what did he tell the Galatians?
He went through the whole plan of God, making the law through Moses. Then Paul wrote that the time had come for God to send the Messiah, who is Jesus. Paul wanted the Galatians to see that they were free from having to follow the law, for the law to be forgiveness of their sin. All they had to do was to have faith in Jesus, and they were saved. The Holy Spirit would then live in them to help them.
How could they tell if the Holy Spirit was living in them?
Paul told them the fruit of the Holy Spirit living in them was these: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. These were signs of the Holy Spirit in lives of believers.
Do you see these fruits live in believers?
Yes, I did, and you can see it too. Look for those qualities in people, and you will see it in people who are believers in Jesus.
I will. I hope you see them in me.